Hey guys, Tychondrius here again, just redoing a video review for the new Adventures She-Ra figure from the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Now, I did do a video review already, but I'm trying to see if I can redo it with a better quality because the previous one was a bit grainy. So here she is again. She has her power sword, which is very similar to the new Adventures He-Man, as you can see here. I have them side by side, and you can see very similar design. Differences being that her sword is a bit slender, more slender. The green plastic that was used for the kind of power source, or the blade itself, it seems to be a stronger green. And she has the embedded gemstone in the hilt, as the vintage She-Ra figure would normally have. You can see very similar deco with the blues, but instead of gold for He-Man, she has silver, which is a nice change up and nice contrast between herself and He-Man. Putting He-Man aside, she also comes with an eagle shield, which is kind of a almost energy shield, you would say, and it just simply clips onto her left wrist. Now it's designed only to go on the left wrist. You can't really fit it onto the right wrist because of the, if you can see there, the clips are designed so it only fits on the one arm. She also has a belt in brown, which is same belt that came with the Adora figure, and the same pistol. From what I can see, the pistol is actually a brighter silver than the one that came with Adora, but it's still, again, very similar pistol. Her cape, instead of being red as the vintage figure is, it has blue on it now. She also has, if you look underneath the back, she also has a storage for the sword when she's not using it. If I just remove the sword from her hand and slide it in. Now the only thing is, her hair does kind of tend to get caught up on the sword when it's in the hilt, so it does kind of restrict the head movement. Speaking of the head sculpt, her hair is actually part of the sculpt of the helmet, and you can actually remove the visor. If I can just get it with one hand. There we go. The face is very similar to the previous She-Ra faces. From what I can see, the way the head is designed, the head itself is, the face itself is a separate sculpt to the helmet and the hair. So if for customizers, if they wanted to remove the helmet, it would just mean you'd have a bald She-Ra head. You can put the visor back on easily enough. And for articulation, she has the standard kind of 360 upper shoulder. This is the swivel at the top of the shoulder, standard hinge elbow joint, and then a rotating wrist. For the skirt piece, she actually has a rotating tie, then a standard knee joint, and similar kind of ankle rockers, but on my one, the left one is actually far looser than the right. So she does tend to have that problem. I know a lot of the female figures tend to have loose ankles for some reason. Some of the male figures not as much, but most of the female figures that I've have had a loose ankle joint. And just for comparison, if I can get her to stand on her own, I'll just bring in my classic She-Ra so you can see how height-wise and how similar they are. So just move the camera. You can see very similar. Her arms are actually slightly shorter than the classic She-Ra, and I'm not sure, is that because she's taller. She seems to be a bit taller at the shoulder than the previous version of She-Ra. And just in case you're wondering why my She-Ra's sword does not have the gem, I got this She-Ra loose and she didn't come with any weapons or accessories, and then I managed to pick up a sword from one of the eBay sellers that had a list of just random assorted weapons, and it came with no gemstone, so I just had it sprayed chrome just so it looks a bit more fancy than just a standard silver dark grey. But that's my review. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll try and do a few more. Thanks.